Hi, we're going to do an athletic Pilates workout where we focus on all the muscles of our core. And what you're going to need is like a light to medium weight. And as you progress with the exercises and get stronger, then you can go heavier. And then have a mat, have water, have music on in the background if you'd like. And then if you need a towel or a pillow for your knee, we will be in a kneeling position for a couple of the exercises. All right, let's get going. Okay, so let's start with our feet wider than our shoulders here. Abs pulled in, okay? And think of zipping up the core. So abs are pulled in, chest is open, shoulders are back and down. The back of the body is kind of pulling down. Your knees are soft. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Think string attached, top of the head, somebody pulling that string up. Keep the shoulders down. Float the arms up in front of you. Pretend you're holding onto a beach ball here. And then you're going to do a figure 8, so an 8 on its side, circling the arms. So start small with your 8 and then keep trying to make it bigger and bigger. But as you do that, you're trying to keep the shoulders to hips as still as possible. Okay? Now reverse. Go the other way where it feels unnatural to you. And the whole time it's about core stabilization, keeping the body as still as you can as you do that motion. All right, so from here, we're going to keep our feet wide and we're going to do overhead side bends, side to side. Keep the chest open as you do that. So we have a wide stance now. Can you start to bring the feet in a little bit more? And try to exaggerate. It will all look different here. My flexibility is not the best. And then could you go feet close together? And then could you balance on one leg as you do that? So find yourself a focal point and fix your eyes on that spot there. And then you're gonna switch legs, so same thing. Reach and reach. Open chest and breathe. I'm a little better on this side here. Do a couple more. All right, so then you're just gonna open the arms out, stand comfortable for you, and then you're gonna round. Now just cross the hands, palms together, reach out, spread the shoulder blades apart, drop your head, and then open up, look up, and then switch the cross, reach, and open, and cross, and open. Your knees are soft as you do this. And keep pressing your shoulders down away from the ears. Couple more, it feels good. So we're just getting in some flexion and extension for our spine. 2, and last one, going into helicopter. Abs and knees soft, okay? And then we're gonna just do a little bit of an arm swing. So you let the arms go, okay? And just think the rib cage is twisting and twisting, pulling the abs in, and breathe. Couple more, do not force it, keep it easy. All right, and then just take a nice deep breath in right here. Blow it out. All right, we're gonna get ready to work. So what we're gonna start with is have a lighter weight here, okay? Always start light and then you can go heavier as you are successful with the exercise. Press your hands into the weight hard, okay? It's active. Roll the shoulders back and down. Zip up the core, pull the abs in. Think below your belly button. You want it to be a good 3-4 inches below that belly button. That's where you're pulling in. Pressing your hands in. Now we're gonna do a wide stance and you're gonna trace the shape of an 8 with the arms. Now as you do this 8, you really want to keep shoulders to hips as still as you can, okay? So that's why I say start light with the weight. And maybe like if you don't have a dumbbell, you know, you can use a water bottle or something. Get creative. Now reverse your 8. Same thing. So you're fighting movement that's happening, that wants to happen through the center of the body. So if I'm not pulling my abs in, there's going to be a lot of motion. You got to stay pulled in tight, okay? Now you're gonna flip an 8 on its side, trace the shape of an 8 sideways, okay? So wide stance, abs in, and then circle, circle. Okay, little figure 8, push the shoulders down and breathe. This gets into the shoulders a lot too. Now reverse it. Okay, so focus on the core, staying still, knees soft. Don't lose that. Keep it as still as you can. We're gonna do a lot of 8s today, just so you know. All right, so from here, we're gonna go into a split stance. So a kneeling split stance. So if you need a towel or a pillow for your knee, go for it. If you don't, that's fine too. So now, what you wanna do is almost think like you're tilting your hip underneath you. Like you're trying to round your back, because you want to engage your butt as much as you can, okay? Engage your butt, and the front leg, you press that heel down. You want to think knee in line with the ankle, okay? Squeeze your glute tight, and you're pushing the hip forward as much as you can. Squeezing the quadricep. Now zip up the core, abs pulled in, shoulders back and down. Same thing, I want you to press into the weight really hard, and we're gonna do just a chop and lift motion here. So chop down, okay, start small where you're not twisting too much, and then lift. Chop down and lift. So this is one where you're gonna find you're gonna want to go heavier sooner, and that's okay. But I need you to really think about your form, and you're squeezing your butt the whole time, okay? Keep going. We'll do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and last one. From here, but just put the weight right at your side, and then we're gonna go into a side bend. So guess what? It's not the side that the weight is on here. It's focusing on getting a stretch through this opposite side, and then pulling in for the internal obliques. Pull in, think about it. Stretch, pull in as much as you can. And let's just do 4 more, keeping the shoulder down. And 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, switching. So first, before you even start, squeeze the glute as tight as you can. And then think about the foot planted here. Zip up the core, abs engaged, and here we go. We're gonna chop down and left. Down, left. You're gonna keep the weight close to your body. So again, because of that, you can go heavier as you're successful. So the whole time, where are you focused? You're focused on squeezing your glute tight. Okay, so we're working all of the muscles of our core here. Rib cage twists, rib cage is twisting side to side. So this is gonna really challenge all of our core muscles here. Everything's got to function together to do the motion. Okay, and then from here we're going into our side bend. So now we're back to trying to isolate more of our internal obliques. So chest open with that, and squeezing the glute tight still, don't lose it. Stretch and then pull in. Stretch and pull in. Okay, do, let's say 4 more. Okay, 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Okay, weight is gonna go away for a minute, and your towel can go away. Next, we're going into a figure 8 plank. So you wanna be, keep it a little smaller to start with, because you don't want your hips to move at all, okay? So what you're doing is trace the shape of an 8 one way, then the other, switch hands, trace the shape of an 8 one way, then the other, switch hands. So as you switch hands, you don't want your hips to rock side to side. Keep them as still as you can. So then from there, if you want to straighten out one leg, trace the shape of an 8, reverse the 8, then switch, 8, 8, and switch. Legs, same thing, 8, 8. So the whole time, tracing the shape of an 8 with my left arm is harder. Then if you want to go both legs up, you do it. Have a wider stance with your feet. And it's about, when you switch hands, you're trying to keep your body as still as you can. If you can't do the figure 8, that's okay, right? Now remember, you can go knees, you can go down to your elbows too if you want to. And then you would just take the knees down so that your hips are in line with the shoulders. And then 8 here, reverse, switch it, and then you can take it to the toes, all right? So now let's flip over, grab your weight again. We are gonna do V-sit. So I think I'll just face front here. So start, if you want to, without the weight, and then you can add it as you feel comfortable with it. Tilt back. Now the tailbone is gonna tuck a little bit, but open the chest, abs pulled in tight, okay? So start small, figure 8 on its side, okay? So figure 8, figure 8. Now as you do this figure 8 with the legs down, I want you to look down at your legs, and I want you to keep them as still as you can. Because then I know if your legs are still, that means your hips are still, and we really want that. We want to fight any movement. Okay, now reverse. So other direction. Trying to keep the heels down, push them down into the mat, and then just keep tilting back a little more if you want to. And then you're going to make the motion bigger if you'd like. Keep pressing your hands into the weight and breathe. Okay, last 2. And last 1. And there, all right? So next. So what you're gonna do is you're up on your toes, legs glued together tight, feet together, and then you drop the legs to one side, twist the upper body to the other side, and then switch. Legs drop, twist, and down. So try to go together. Side to side, keep a space between the chin and the chest. So now we're working through the external obliques here. And then if you want to add a kick, this is where the can comes into play. You can point or flex your toe, whatever feels better to you. And then you could go both legs. Both legs. So I'm trying to reach my legs out as much as I can and glue those legs together, and then my upper body's trying to twist over to the other side. If you need to keep it smaller, do it. And if you need to just stay more centered and focus on upper body, that's fine too, okay? You listen to your body on this. Twist and down, twist and down. And do about 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1, and 1. Let's finish off with a set of crunches here. Extend the legs out a little bit further. Dig your heels down, pull the abs in tight. Go into a crunch and then just pulse it up. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Think below the belly button. That's where you're pulling the core in. Keep a space between the chin and the chest as you do that. And breathe into it. And I don't know what number I'm on now. Let's say 12, okay? 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then you're going to straighten the legs out, arms out, and lengthen wall to wall. If you need to keep one leg bent, that's fine. But really reach the legs, really reach the arms, wiggle through the sides of the waist. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And then from here, you're going to pull your knees into your chest, pushing the tailbone down. Arms are going to go out to the side, and then you're going to drop the legs over to one side. Don't force it. If you need to keep the feet down first and then drop over, do that. That's fine. Keep trying to push the shoulder down as much as you can. And breathe into it. Nice deep breath in, blow it out. And then take it up to the center, over to the other side, same thing. Trying to plant the shoulder, plant the arm down, palm down or up, doesn't matter. and then taking it to center. And then you're going to have your feet wider, drop the knees in, and just focus on your breath here. Take a nice deep breath in and blow it out. Now just breathe easily, okay? Just focus on an easy breath. Think of your hips really being planted, feeling the back of the body anchored down to the ground, but the chest is open and light, and now your stomach is just open and light. So just really focus on your breath here. All right, and stay in that position if you would like to, and just keep focusing on the breath. Remember that Live Joyfully Well is about focusing on all areas of wellness to increase your joy. And you want to focus on each area at least once a week. So today, maybe focus a little bit on environmental wellness and maybe do a little bit of decluttering or organizing. So think of, even if it's just as simple as a desktop, take everything off the desktop and only put on a couple things that bring you happiness and bring you joy. All right? Take a nice deep breath in, blow it out, and when you're ready, you can roll yourself over to the side, push yourself up to a seated position, sit tall, take a nice deep breath in again, blow it out. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.